Ladies and gentlemen, please listen up. They tried to bury you. They thought it was over. They thought covering you in dirt, in lies, in rejection, in failure, in pain would kill you. They thought that was the end. But what they didn't know is that you were a seed. They didn't bury you. They planted you. And from that soil, from that darkness, from that crushing weight, you grew into something they cannot kill. Listen to me. Because this is not just your story. This is the story of warriors across time. This is the story of every person who was underestimated, betrayed, laughed at, abandoned, mocked, and yet somehow found the strength to rise when no one thought they could. Before we dive deep, let me pause here. If you are new to this channel, subscribe right now, hit that like button, leave a comment below about what part of this message strikes your soul. This is more than content. This is a movement. To my returning warriors, I see you. I thank you. Your loyalty fuels this fire. Together, we rise. Now, back to war. They thought the darkness would destroy you, but it trained you. They thought silence would break you, but it sharpened you. They thought isolation would weaken you, but it made you dangerous. Because the soil that covers a seed is heavy, it blocks the light. It feels like suffocation. It feels like the end. But under that pressure, something powerful happens. Roots begin to form. Strength begins to grow. A foundation begins to spread. And when the time is right, that seed doesn't just break through the soil. It rises stronger than anything around it. This is the psychology of growth. Pain is not punishment. Betrayal is not the end. Rejection is not failure. These are fertilizers. They feed your roots. They strengthen your foundation. They tried to bury Malcolm X, rejected, ridiculed, silenced, thrown in prison. But it was there, in that darkness, that he studied, that he sharpened his mind, that he transformed from broken to unstoppable. The soil tried to suffocate him. Instead, it fed him. This is the principle you must tattoo on your soul. What they do to bury you only feeds your growth. Every insult is soil. Every betrayal is soil. Every rejection is soil. And soil does not kill seeds. Soil activates them. Listen carefully. The human mind is wired to avoid pain. It sees failure, rejection, loss, and it panics. But warriors rewire that instinct. We train ourselves to see pain not as death, but as birth. The grave they dig for you becomes the womb that grows you. They tried to bury you in loneliness, but loneliness gave you clarity. They tried to bury you in heartbreak, but heartbreak gave you strength. They tried to bury you in failure, but failure gave you resilience. Everything they threw at you, you absorbed, and now it fuels you. Hear me. When people try to bury you, they are playing a dangerous game. Because if you are weak, yes, you will break. But if you are strong, if you are patient, if you understand what you are, then they are not burying you. They are planting you. And the difference between the buried and the planted is this: the buried stay in the ground, the planted break through it. Remember this: silence is not the end. Darkness is not the end. Being left alone is not the end. These are beginnings. These are preparations. You must learn to embrace the soil. Let it weigh on you. Let it crush you. Let it suffocate you. Because all it's doing is forcing your roots deeper. And the deeper your roots, the higher you will rise. This is not theory. This is history. Look at Martin Luther King Jr. buried in threats, buried in jail cells, buried in hatred. But that soil could not kill his vision. That soil only fed it. His words, his legacy, his dream still live today. They tried to bury Malala Yousafzai, a bullet to silence her voice, but instead of death, it gave her a global platform. It turned her into a symbol of education and resilience. You see the pattern? You can't kill seeds. You can only plant them. You need to let this truth burn inside you. Because I know you've been buried. I know you've been underestimated. I know you've been silenced, ignored, rejected, left in the dark. But what you must understand is this: you are not buried. You are planted. Every single trial is fuel. Every single betrayal is soil. Every single heartbreak is fertilizer. And when your season comes, you will rise so tall they will not believe it. I want you to stop right now and breathe this truth in. Say it in your mind. They didn't bury me. They planted me. They didn't end me. They activated me. They didn't kill me. They created me. And when you rise, you won't just survive. You will dominate. Because when you rise from the soil, you rise unkillable. The things that destroy others no longer touch you. The weight that breaks others no longer fazes you. You are hardened, sharpened, alive in ways they will never understand.